Right, let's have a look. Are we on? I think so. Evening all. Okay, just wait for the screen to come up. There we go. Now I think we're working. Dear, excuse me. Give us a thumbs up under the video as usual if it's coming through loud and clear or reasonably. Type something in the comments. The chat thing, whatever you call it, then that'd be great. And I'll know you're there. Lovely. Let's see, it says some people are there. Evening Peter, excellent, somebody's there, marvellous. I think there's a few others. Good stuff. Right. You're all well. Evening Peter, Stella. Paul, marvellous. Right, good stuff. Oops, let me just click that over there like that, that's better. I've had a few people said, oh, can we have another hour-long one like Sunday, please? I didn't realise it had been on an hour, to be honest. Sunday was a bit of a long one. The short answer is, I suppose, can do, if people don't get bored. Not tonight, mind you, but it's basically it's just having enough stuff to chat about and show you. And if people keep on, you know, chatting in the live chat thing, then that tends to keep the streams going. So if you want more, I'm happy to do it. But basically, send in some stuff for us to look at, chat about, send in some pictures, video clips, whatever you've got, questions, comments, all that jazz. And then, yeah, if you've got nothing better to do on the Sunday night than listen to me rabbit on and chat to fellow like-minded collectors, well, that's good, isn't it, really? Better than the junk that's on television, isn't it? So, yes, not a problem. Just need stuff. Right, so, oh yeah, next Sunday I will play out the wax video I meant to play, not the one I didn't mean to play. It was still a good one. The Spooky Night in the Haunted Chamber of Horrors thing. I was going to keep that one to Halloween. And yeah, I loaded the wrong one into the software. Never mind. Right, what was I going to tell you? Yes, the factoids thing. So that's up and running. If you've seen Sunday night's video, you'll know. If not, quick recap. So I've done a bit more to it as well. So if you go on to, at the moment, any of the machine manufacturers pages, so go on to CoinUp, scroll down and you've got all the manufacturers there. Somebody sent something for Wonders today. So go to W, for instance, Wondermatic. You'll see I've redone this screen a little bit, just a bit neater than it was. And you'll see the factoids down here. And if you're signed into the thing, if you remember, you'll see there's a button at the top and the bottom, the string, submit a factoid. Click that, fill in the little box. The idea is it's just short little snippets of information. Stick a date in if you know a date, or a rough date if you don't. It's got a box for rough year, or a proper date if there's something that happened on a particular date that you know about. Click the button, send it in. I then just double check them for spelling, or just format them correctly and make sure the right words are in the right space and whatnot. Then they get published, and for everyone that gets published, you get a raffle ticket. So on the top menu in the little lists button now, the one second from right, there's a new button there, draw tickets. There's a few prizes here for the first one, which will be Sunday. You get, this is my test account, so it's just one in there. I put one in there earlier on for the attraction section, which you can also do them in, which I'll show you in a minute. But the gist of it is, for every factoid that gets published, you get a raffle ticket, as it were. They will be eligible for 10 weeks. We'll do a raffle draw every live stream, so potentially 3 times a week. And the big prizes, just sort of little tenner prizes, voucher thing, bottle of plonk. It was on its way, we were talking about the All at Sea film, great film, so a DVD of that, whatever, book. Little bits and bobs, but sort of a tenner's worth of time. As I say, your tickets last for 10 weeks, unless you win, obviously, then it gets pulled out the following draw. If not, potentially you've got 30 draws to win something. But all the tickets won in the year will go into a big New Year's draw, so they'll appear a little bit lower down the screen here as you collect your tickets. And there will be £1,000 plus worth of prizes in that. Top prize will be a nice slot machine. I'm keeping my eyes out to try and buy a nice one during the year. Probably a nice all-win, because I think most people can accommodate a nice all-win or a nice wall machine. Try and find a really nice piece of fairground art as well. A nice, again, not a too big a sign, a nice, a nice ticket or something. And a few other bits and bobs. So well worth making the effort. So, for just typing one little sentence in, you could win a £500 or £600 slot machine on New Year's Eve. So it's well worth making the effort. So that's how that works. As I say, so at the moment you can submit them for machine manufacturers, like here on Wonders, and our old favourite, the Brian's page, which is always sort of my test page when I'm testing new features out. So Brian's, you'll see there's a few in there already. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, have a read down, you're bound to know something else. But also on the main attractions page, because it works in a slightly different way. So I'll be working on that today. So if you know something about Alton Towers, again, click there, fill in what you know about Alton Towers, and so on. So at the moment it's text. If you find an interesting video clip, just stick a link in for the video clip and I'll sort out the displaying it in the background. There will in due course be facility to upload pictures, and I'll also add them on for things, particularly obviously machines. So if you know stuff about the octopus, you'll see there's a gap there ready to take, but I haven't programmed that bit in yet. So there'll be a button there again as well to add something about the octopus, like the fact that it's got 9 legs rather than 8 or something. That's quite an interesting fact, isn't it? So there we are. So you get the gist, hopefully. So we'll do the draws every live stream from Sunday. Will be the first one. So somebody sent in 10 this morning. I think there's only one person sent any in so far. So at the moment, they've definitely won on Sunday. So there we are. Give them a bit of competition. Peter says there was a film on TV the other afternoon called Penny Serenade. There was a couple of weird machines in the arcade. Oh right, I've never heard of that one. Penny Serenade. Penny Serenade. Hang on a minute. We were looking at film Sunday, weren't we? Let's look that one up. If I go to IMDb, imdb.com. It looks like I can spell, won't it? imdb.com. What did you say it's called? Penny Serenade. Penny Serenade. Penny Serenade, 1941. Is that the one? Or 1955? Oh, there's a few of them. 2014. Okay. Wonder which one it was. The film. You say it's a film. Let's have a look at the 1941 one. Cary Grant. Was it that one, I wonder? It will tell us in a minute. Might be that one. Okay, might be that one. Well, what's this 1955 one? Oh, it's a TV series, that one. I'm guessing it was a 1941 film then with Cary Grant in. Peter will tell us in a minute when the message gets through, I'm sure, the other end. Pete Williamson says, I tracked down the production company of Hope It Rains and are looking into the vaults to see if it's still there or not. Oh, fantastic. That's good news. I should make a note. Make a note of both of these, so I'll forget in a minute. Trouble getting old, you keep forgetting things. Or having too many things to think of all at once. Penny Serenade and Hope It Rains. Yeah, if they've got it, that'd be good. Must be somewhere. Somebody will have it on. There'll be some format or other. Yes, 1941. He says excellent. 1941. 1941. Let's see if we can find that one then. I'll make another good raffle prize if I can find it on IMDb. Sometimes gives you a link to. It says you can get it on Prime Video. I wonder if you can get a proper hard copy of it. Search Amazon. I'll have a look later. See if we can find that one. Good stuff. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yes, I was saying about the attractors, wasn't I? Yes, so I've put up, well, we've got there one tentatively because we've sold a couple of Merivale Model Village things, so hopefully Peter will have a go and fill in a few Merivale Model Village factoids, like when it was built and when he bought it and one thing and another. So a little job for Peter when he's got 5 minutes. Send in some Merivale factoids. That'd be good. And then I can make sure that section is working apart from anything else. Not only that, you might win something. There we are. So that's where we're at with all of that lot. So I will make it slightly more obvious where to find the things, just because I'm still programming bits and bobs. Can I get a new front page to the website? It's a bit in need of a refurb. It's a bit plain. The thing is, I've always kept the website quite, you know, all the pages, apart until you get through something, quite plain, because all the stuff we deal with and collect is all really colourful stuff. So you don't want a website with all bright colours, distraction from the things, the fairground art and the circus posters and the colourful slot machines and everything else. But I think the home page, for those who don't know the site, those who are just visiting for the first time, I probably need to make it a bit more inviting and a bit more colourful. So I'll rehash that, and then I'll put a bit of more obvious things in, you know, put a few more photographs on the page or something. I'll have a play with that when I get time. It's not essential, but something when I get around to it. Yeah. It says there was a couple of floor standing machines. One had a doll in the front. All right. Wonder what that was then. Not like the drinking babies machine. Interesting. I'm intrigued now. I have to try and look it up. Well, actually, Peter, that's the thing you need to do as well. Pete Barson is on your. You can fill all that in yourself now, pretty much. Where are we? Because we've got a page for you somewhere down here. Here we go. All the rather wonderful machines you made, so you'll be able to send some factoids in about yourself. Why not? And Paul, is Paul on as well? Paul Mitchell is as well. Yes, excellent. So we've got a page for Paul. I don't think we've got many of his machines on yet. There's another little job for Paul. What are you under? You're under Mitchell's Amusements, aren't you, or something like that? Mitchell's Novelty Amusements. There we are. Yeah, we've only got 2 downloads so far, so little job for Paul there, you see. So the idea of all this is hopefully people get on board with it, send those information in. The database will fill up quicker than I can sit here doing it, if you're all doing it. And I can then concentrate on doing other things like programming more features. So yeah, and of course, you know, information is everywhere, isn't it? It's all over the internet. You might get it from old books, old trade catalogues, old copies of World's Fair and Coin Slot and, you know, trade catalogues and things. Just interesting things, really. You probably just know stuff anyway. You might have something with a, you know, might have an original label, manufacturer's label on it or something that gives us an address of where a firm was based, something like that. Anything, really. Any little bits of information. And the idea is that it, over time, just builds out the history of makers, or in the case of attractions, obviously the attractions themselves, rather than anybody trying to sit there and write a whole article out, which is a bit laborious and people just can't be bothered. I had the same problem when I used to do the magazine. Getting people to write articles was the hardest thing. And I think anybody who's ever tried to do any little magazine or anything like that, really, that's come up with the same problem. Getting people to write stuff is really difficult. But when it's just a sentence at a time, a little just snippet of information, hopefully that's not quite so daunting. Hopefully a few of you will join in. So the incentives there, 2.5 grand for the prizes for the rest of the year. We'll see how that goes on at the end of the year, and I'll see how many factoids my 2.5 grand has brought in. Hopefully more than 2,500, otherwise it's going to be quite expensive. But it's got to be worth a go, I thought. Paul says yes, he'll fill it in this week. Excellent. Yeah, I'll make the extra machine pages. Just send me, if you send me an email separately, might be a good idea with the actual names of the machines. If that makes sense. And I can make the little things up. We can sort that out. Super. So that's where we're at with websitey stuff. As regard auction, as I said the other night, it's a bit quiet at the moment because of the van situation, one thing and another. But it'll all start kicking off again next week. There should be, this next auction should be quite good actually. Some nice stuff coming in. I spoke to somebody yesterday. But I spoke to 2 people yesterday. Hopefully all the stuff's coming this time. If not, it'll be next time. But potentially a couple of nice all-wins, which are getting very hard to find nice all-wins at the minute. Pinball. Funny enough, we talked about TV and films. It's a pinball that's been in TV series. Hopefully that's coming. What else was there? Can't remember what they said now. And the other one, big fortune teller, floor standing fortune teller. Farmyard shooter, 3 jukeboxes. What else do I know that's coming? Some more, I think, some advertising bits, which I'll be picking up over at Leamington next weekend, hopefully. So yeah, it'll all start coming together next week or so. This week, so tomorrow I should be at the warehouse sort of middle of the day for a few hours. Probably won't be around Thursday because I've got to take the van in to get the brakes done, the final bits and bobs done, and that's an all-day messing around in town and whatnot. So I'm going to do some other bits I need to do in town Thursday. Friday I'll probably be at the warehouse for a bit. Saturday I definitely won't be. Sunday I could be, if you need me to be. I quite like a day off. But, I can arrange to meet you there on Sunday if that helps. Then next week I'll be on the road a little bit, and next weekend, all being well, as long as the van's done, Saturday and Sunday, probably both days I'll be at the Elephant House at some point. At the moment it's kind of looking like I'm trying to arrange, so I'll be there kind of late Saturday afternoon for a bit, and I'm catching up, so I'm staying over, catching up with some friends on the evening. So I can be there again sort of Sunday morning for a bit, early-ish, before then going down a bit further south and dropping off and collecting stuff. And catching up with Mr. Hooper as well. So potentially Saturday late afternoon and Sunday early morning, Leamington, if that's easy for you to get to. Do let me know because I've got quite a list of things to pick up, drop off and whatnot. So make sure everything's on the van, basically. Super, I think that's it. Can't think of anything else to tell you tonight. I shall carry on. A bit more programming, a bit more stuff to do. So have a think on your old factoids. It's all up and running. Send them in. And I say Sunday will be the first little draw. And we'll do it every live stream, bit of fun. See how we get on. And go from there, really. Marvellous. That's it, I think. I shall bid you all farewell. Nighty night. I'll finish my tea and go get something to eat. And catch up with you Friday night. Fingers crossed with good news on the van front. Touch wood, etc. Right, nighty night.